This
Uh,
is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom by Simple Simon. Simon, it's been such a long time since we've done an interview. It's been well over a year. How you been?
yeah, I've been okay actually. I've had quite a bit of stick through it. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of stick throughout the year regarding the boxing, but I've been waiting for this opportunity. So I've carried on staying fit. Not so much the boxing training, but being in the gym, etc. So yeah, all good.
I think we last did an interview in last July before you fought Ed Matthews. Or I think it was we did a post-fight interview after you fought Ed, and I saw you. The last time I saw you was actually Misfits #2 back in October. I think you were there supporting your daughter Keely. She was fighting Ashton Wet. Let's just talk about you though. How come you decided to sit back in the ring after all this time? Get back in there on the Misfits banner.
Well, I was like with the Ed Matthews fight, I was really, really disappointed. When I look back, I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. I trained really hard for that fight. I sparred, and when I went in there, it just looked like I've never ever done it before in my life. And it was, I felt embarrassed. People saying, "Oh yeah, but actually just stepping in the ring, it's a big thing. Well done for that. You're sort of looking after your family." But it it's okay, like thinking that and saying that. But myself, I just wasn't happy, and I was really really determined to get another fight. So
What went wrong that night of Ed? Was it just the moment or the crowd? What went wrong exactly?
yeah, I think so. I think my head just completely went. I can't. It's weird. I can't really even hardly remember it. I remember walking to the ring and people were spitting at me, throwing things at me, and it was quite hostile. And I just think the whole occasion and everything leading up to it just got to me. And I had some wrong advice from somebody. I won't say who, but somebody that's quite knowledgeable about the boxing. Literally about 5 minutes before I got in the ring, they went, "Just go for it. Literally, just go for it. You're only in there once. Just like go for it." And I shouldn't have done it. It was wrong advice. It wasn't my coaches. My coaches were fantastic. They told me the complete opposite. To be honest with you, but I didn't listen to my coaches. I listened to somebody else, and um, it was the worst thing I ever done.
But then I guess that's the first step in the boxing journey. Now you're back on Misfits and you're fighting Dapper Laughs. What do you know about Dapper and how come you picked him as your opponent?
Um, yeah, I don't really know much about Dapper actually. Everybody I speak to, they go, "Oh, Dapper laughs. Yeah, I know Dapper. He's this, he's that, he's that." But I didn't really know much about him. But I've obviously watched some of his videos, etc. He comes across a really nice bloke. His videos are funny. He's a funny bloke as well. So this one's not really to do with beef. There's no beef between either of us. This is, I think, he does a lot for mental health, which I'm going to be supporting as well throughout this progression, towards the fight. I'm going to be definitely getting involved regarding that side. But he's been on a journey, and I think he wants to get in there because of that. And it's the same as me. I want to get in there to prove myself, to just shut a few armchair boxers and a few trolls up.
Hmm. Sounds pretty good then. But I see you on TikTok quite a lot. Are you off that now? So I saw a video you put up where you're saying, "That's it, guys. That's my last ever TikTok. I'm done." Or are you back on the platform now?
Yeah, I was going to. I seriously thought about, right, that's it now. Complete social media finished. I've done my bit. Let's get on with it. And I was off it for 2 3 weeks, and I actually miss it. I spoke to my family, my partner, and stuff, and said, I just miss this and miss sort of being involved in everything. And they just said, like, if you enjoy it, then you should do it. It's part of it. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to get back involved. But if I'm going to get back involved, I want to try to get a boxing match. If I'm going to do that, just so I can actually prove, I'm not that bad. I'm not good. I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm not that bad.
Do you think this will become a regular occurrence for you fighting once every 3 4 5 months? Or is this a one-off fight?
No, definitely. I think I want to box again. As long as I go in there and make a good account of myself. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That is not gonna happen. I mean, I've got to be realistic. I'm going to be training to go to distance, and I expect it to maybe go to distance. It's quite a possibility. But if I put a good account, show a good account of myself, then I will want to box again. Yeah,
It's 3 3 minute rounds, is that correct?
yeah, 3 minutes.
3 3 minutes, that's fair. This American guy, I think he'd be quite good, called Dad. He's called Dad Fields, I think that's his name. He fought on the twice on the Creator Clash card, and he's called you out a couple of times. You heard of him? You heard of Dad from America?
No, is he? Is he called me out a couple of times? Is he?
Believe so. I believe so. But he's a very very funny guy as well. I don't think it was any menace, but he was saying me quite a good matchup. So maybe you might get him on Misfits in the near future. Angry Ginge, you be going back and forth with him a little bit. What's been going on there?
That was all to do with banter. I met Angry Ginger at the Ed Matthews fight, and really nice guy. Really is a nice guy. But people took it too seriously. I think it was all just a bit of banter. I he was on a podcast, and he did have a bit of a dig at me, actually, saying I was weird and that. But I was quite surprised he did say that, because we've actually spoke to each other before, and behind the scenes, I'm just a normal family man. I mean, you know me, Fred, don't you? So, but it was saying this stuff, and I thought, I'll have to go back and call him out for like a penalty shootout, and everybody like took it so seriously, and it all just escalated and got out of control, really.
Oh, okay, that's well. I guess beefs do help you grow. I guess as well as that's a positive side of it all.
Well, yeah, true, yeah,
There's a positive and negative for everything.
yeah.
What happened to the Three Blokes and Beers? What happened to that kind of show you had on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, I sort of started it up and got Aaron and David involved to do it, and it was going really, really well. It was quite ruthless. There's a lot of drinking involved, a lot of night clubbing, club appearances. It was all stuff like that, and it was going really well. We've done some good stuff, like we went to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and we've done a lot of other different videos, and it went well. But my life changed, and I got you know well, this is not to do with it, but my life changed, and I wanted to sort of concentrate more on the family side and stuff like that. And it was something that I couldn't really do, and sort of concentrate on my family at the same time. Do you see what I mean? It was a bit, it was all right if he was going to go and play charity football matches, but it wasn't quite like that.
Yeah, I understand. Do you still keep in contact with Chef Dave and Aaron, or has that kind of drifted apart of the few years?
Yeah, that drifted apart. Obviously, Chef Dave does his bits online, doesn't he? Does his videos, and sort of every other day he does a video on me sort of having a dig. But that's part of it. I do speak to Aaron every now and again, not on a regular basis, but it was more Chef Dave that I wasn't happy with, really, than Aaron.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Well, I'll see you on Fight Week, Simon. Just a couple more things before I do let you go. Training
Yep.
wise, when did you start training for this fight? And when is it a campaign? I guess the week before.
Yeah, I started training about 2 weeks ago. We didn't have much notice, to be honest with you. So literally only 2 weeks. So I'm going to be going into the fight with 4 weeks training. That's it. I think Dapper's trained a lot more. I think he trains every day near enough. So it's going to be interesting.
Is your fitness up though? Have you been keeping fit over the past few weeks though, or is it just the
Yeah,
boxing skill you want to get up there?
yeah. I think the boxing is different, isn't it, to normal fitness? You can go for a 5 mile run, but getting into a boxing ring is completely different. So you've got to change your style of training a little bit, and that's what I've done. So yeah, I'm going to be as ready as I can be. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Well, Simon, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on Fight Week. I do appreciate you coming on here again.
Lovely. Thanks, Fred. It's nice talking to you.